Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Niaz the elephant was born into a big family. He lived with his grandparents, his parents, his aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, all lived together. His family was led by his grandmother, who was the oldest and wisest. She knew where to find water when it had been dry for weeks, months even. Niaz loved playing in the water when they found water. He would swim in the streams. He would find just shallow mud puddles and roll around in them, then sprawl out in the sun to dry off. These were the highlights of his day. Now Niaz, being the youngest of all his siblings, found it hard to get heard by his family. His brothers and sisters were always getting his parents' attention with their antics. Niaz, when he would trumpet, his trumpet would just be a whisper compared to his brothers and sisters. On Niaz's 13th birthday, his mother said to him, "Niaz, it's time for you to go out and find yourself, to be on your own." Niaz knew this day was coming, but he wasn't looking forward to it. He set off on his own. At first, he was scared and lonely. Then, he found animals to play with and to interact. First, he saw an egret. This bird, he decided he wanted to try and chase him. So he would trumpet next to him, trying to get him to move. The bird only hopped a few feet. Next, he tried to knock down a dead tree branch with his trunk to scare him. The bird only moved a few feet. Well, this isn't any fun. This bird doesn't want to play with me. I'm going to keep proceeding and see what else I can find out here. Niaz continued to walk. It was becoming nighttime. All of a sudden, he heard these deep grunts. What was that? Oh my God. Niaz stood frozen. All of a sudden, a male lion comes walking across the dirt path right in front of him. A few minutes later, he heard a higher-pitched grunt return the call. A female lion came walking across to meet the male right on that dirt road in front of him, just feet in front of him while he was hiding in the grass. The lions continued their grunting, but now more quickly and more passionately as they enjoyed each other's company. Then all of a sudden, an intruder jumped out of the bush and tried to steal the female. And the male lion was not going to have this. He opened his mouth so wide that you could see all of his teeth and let out a ferocious roar. The intruder jumped back into the bush. Niaz quietly dashed away as well. Niaz thought about this encounter as he was continuing on his journey. The lion was really effective at getting his lover's attention with his deep grunts followed by the silence. Then he had a commanding presence with his roar. And again, a different emotion when he was with his lover with the fast-paced grunts. Completely different effect. Niaz thought, man, all this time I've been using the same voice for everything. Maybe I need to try different volume and pitch. So Niaz, as he was walking along on his journey, tried trumpeting louder. This scared the birds this time. Then he tried trumpeting softer, and the birds just played nearby. The more Niaz practiced, the more he got comfortable with this. Off in the distance, he saw the trees swaying, and he spotted a rhinoceros off in the distance. The rhinoceros had his ears perked up, tail erect. The rhinoceros started clawing his right leg repeatedly at the ground, and then charged and hit the tree in front of him hard. All of the fruit from the tree fell down when the rhinoceros hit the tree. Wow, that's how I should use my body, Niaz thought. And he joined the rhino for lunch and enjoyed all of these nice, ripe fruit that fell from the tree. When Niaz left, he thought, you know, maybe I should try getting my family's attention more by doing different things with my body. So he practiced flapping his ears. He leapt up on 2 legs, and he tried extending his trunk to see if he could intimidate any more birds. And this worked this time. The birds were paying attention to him. Niaz continued his journey. Next he encountered a husky hippo. The hippo was trotting towards water. So Niaz followed him. He was thirsty from his very full lunch that he had. The hippo immersed himself in the pond, and along with his 15 other hippos in the pond. The hippos in the pond submersed themselves and occasionally would perk their heads up and snort water out of their nose and laugh to each other. Niaz's friend was really good at telling jokes. Henry the hippo would pause right before a punchline, then just deliver an unexpected ending. And the hippos loved it. They laughed non-stop. So Niaz tried telling them some of his own jokes. The more jokes he told them, the more the hippos laughed. Then Niaz heard a distressed trumpet sound. It sounded like his mother, but he wasn't sure. So he hurried off to try and find out if they were in trouble. Turns out it was his family. They welcomed him back. His mom said, "Niaz, my family, my parents aren't feeling well. I've been put in charge of leading the herd. But these past few days we haven't been able to find water." Niaz stood up confidently and said, "I know where to find water. Follow me." Niaz took the herd of elephants to the pond where the hippos were playing. They drank happily. Niaz was excited to have all of these animals teach him valuable lessons. He became a more aplomb elephant. He was able to lead his family when they needed him the most. For this, Niaz was thankful.